my friend saw the video I uploaded the other day, and I woke up this morning and I saw like a bunch of screenshots, right, of the comments of the video, and he was laughing at them, and he said, quote, at the end of all the screenshots, "You make it too easy." And I replied to him, I was like, huh? What do you mean? He says, "The story writes itself." I don't really attach myself to the reaction of certain takes I have. That's why I just be uploading the next day like nothing happened. But I did rewatch it, right? And I saw the backlash I got from the video. And I was reading through it, the comments, and I thought to myself, maybe, look, I'm being told I have self-hatred for being black, right? I hate being black. I'm an Uncle Tom. I'm part of the reason why black people don't evolve. Some people are leaving comments about black history. Like, bro, I don't know where that came from. Nobody was talking about that in the video. Like, I don't know. I just am puzzled. A lot of people missed the thesis of the video. It doesn't matter what skin color you are, what religion you are, what languages you speak. If you act aggressive, ignorant, violent, loud, why would anyone with the most minimum amount of intelligence bring you around businessmen or businesswomen and try to hook you up with an opportunity? I showed this video and that video, right? I showed this video right here that's playing on the screen. You see these individuals slapping this poor worker's hat, right? This is someone's dad. They're bullying him, nearly attacking him, disrespecting this elderly man who's working here. He's just trying to make some money. Yet when I call out the ignorance of our culture being this way, because that specific conversation was about black culture specifically because the guy in the barbecue brought it up, right? I have inner hatred towards my own complexion. I'm an Uncle Tom because I don't like ignorant, destructive behavior that enforces the stereotype of black men and women. Oh, all right. Yo, in the video, right? Remember how it started? We're at a barbecue. A black guy comes up to me, and I'm the only other black guy there, right? It's just two of us. We're the only black people. And this barbecue is filled with businessmen and women, right? And people who I would consider successful, upper class. They got full families. It's a networking party I was at. And he says networking party, rather, that didn't come out right. And he says he doesn't bring any of his black friends around here because they act aggressive or they don't know how to communicate and yada, yada. He went on a tangent. This might be an intellectual issue with some people who can't rationalize this. If you are at a networking party because you want to make money, you want to take care of yourself, your family, you want to be professional, right? What makes it rational to anybody here to bring some hood niggas? But oh, it's gatekeeping. Oh, it's Uncle Tommy, right? Oh, it's self-hatred. The irony of being offended yet entitled to everything. Nothing to be ashamed of that, right? But because you're busy being offended and aggressive, like some of y'all are showing in the comments, like, you just prove what was the point? What was the point of proving my point? Like, there's a dude mad in the comments. So I swear, check this out. Look, you pause the video and check it out. There's a dude mad that I live in a good neighborhood in the comments. His photo is him in a shiesty. If I like, yo, like, I can't even make this up. There's some people in those comments leaving like multiple comments, multiple separate comments. And I could tell they're heavily offended because I don't bring ignorance to a professional setting. Neither does this guy at the barbecue. I apparently need to break it down even more. If you act like a fool, you will drag me down and ruin my opportunities. You ever go out with somebody, right? But you don't want to bring that certain friend because they don't know how to act? Yeah, same thing here. That has nothing to do with skin color. White people can do that. Black people can do that. It just so happens to be that I, this other person, and many others have found themselves noticing their own community is stereotypically, because this is how the stereotype is, sometimes it's unreliable in certain settings. I introduced compassion about mental health in the video. I offered a suggestion of understanding that we can find our own identity as a man or a woman without falling into the negative stereotypes of our background. Though we do get lost in it, as I have myself, but there is room to grow, right? But instead, some of y'all immediately are offended that I'm downplaying negatively portrayed stereotypes of African Americans because I think it hurts the community. So this is why y'all don't get invited to things. This is the harsh truth. You can't blame your skin complexion. Yo, you can find rather, you know what? You can blame it all you want. Blame your skin complexion right there. Because I'm black, bro. Not because I'm acting retarded. It's because I'm black. All right. I guess I hate being black because I don't want people who can't act properly in a professional setting around me. I guess I don't like my own kind. I guess I hate being black, bro. First thing y'all want to do is jump to racial identity as a scapegoat. And honestly, a trauma response. This is why I mentioned mental. It's a trauma response for acting up. What am I supposed to do about that? Just let it slide and be like, all right, bro, come to a networking event. Come do business with me. I know a guy. Come do business with this person. So you can do what? What skill sets do you have? If you have skill sets, but people can't understand you because you're speaking in bloody on my dad, bloody on GD on phone them grave, niggas tweaking some goofies. Who wants to do business with you? What does that have to do with your skin color? You can be white, Spanish, whatever, and talk like that. But at the end of the day, you sound like a retard. I don't care where you came from, what street you're from, what kind of income class, what hood you're from, what gang you're from. Nobody wants to help you or give you an opportunity if that's your dialect. Nobody wants to offer their hand to you if alongside that dialect, you depict yourself as a negative stereotype. The story does write itself. You can't be mad at other people for not wanting to associate with you or at least put you in a different environment if you choose to not take the negative elements out of your past. That's called growth, evolving. I have face tattoos. People think I'm immediately in a gang or I'm crazy. People get scared of me just walking around me like I am crazy, right? You got that one, right? But I had to make people get to know me. And it wasn't through slapping people's hats, sagging my pants where my whole dookie stain is showing, or I can recite Youngboy lyrics, or talk about the mixtapes I got, or how I'm a dribble god in NBA 2K. I had to reinvent myself though, and show there's more to me than the stereotypes attached with somebody with face tattoos. Just like how some people have to work harder due to their complexion to convince others they don't fit stereotypes attached to them. But when you fail to do so because on phone them grave, white boys hating on me, they goofy bloody, don't blame it on the fact that you're black. Blame it on the fact your dialect, your professionalism doesn't exist, your attitude, your approachability isn't presentable. This applies to any race, any religion, any color. Yeah, white people get it easier. We all know that. But I'll tell you this. On GD, niggas tweaking on some white boy goofy Tuka pack, that is lowering the stock 50 times worse than anything else. But hey, if I call out ignorance like that, if I call that out, right, and I want to draw attention to a destructive cycle, we all selling out to the white man. All right, bro. Somehow this discredits all black history. All right, man. Somehow that just immediately disqualifies the rich history behind, like, all right, man. Hey, the story writes itself. I'm not perfect. Nobody is. We all got our cultural influences and how it impacts us, right? You know, life is a mixture of cultures, but there's a time and place to recognize where we should detach from it because it hurts our progress. This episode is found on Spotify and YouTube. I'm out.